everybody, this is Amy. I appreciate you stopping by today. I am going to show you yet another daisy design painted on this glass candle holder. I will be using a number 12 flat brush. It's a one-stroke brush. A number 6 Deerfoot Stippler. And number 10 Royal Aqualon Filbert. Number 12 Royal Aqualon Filbert. And then a number 1 liner brush from Plaid One Stroke, or One Stroke brushes. Alright, so this is going to be an easy one. We'll just jump right in here. It's going to be a little bit smaller design than what I did in my sample because I'm doing it on a smaller space. But I will go ahead and get started here, and I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you what paints I'm using. I'm using Thicket, Berry Wine, Fresh Foliage. This is metallic silver, Wicker White, Moon Yellow, and Cinnamon. Now all these paints are folk art paints, combination of enamels and multi-surface. Just basically what I had available to me at the time. Alright, so I'm basically just loading my brush and dipping it into the white and the metallic silver and just kind of wiggling it back and forth. Now when you're doing this design, I am going to actually turn my brush sideways and not flat to do this design tonight, and I hope you'll like it. If you do, make sure that you give me a big thumbs up when you're done viewing it. If you're new to my channel, of course, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I post something new. And once you're done viewing the video, please make sure you share it on your social network with all your family and friends. I'd appreciate it. Alright, so let's continue on here. Again, as I mentioned, I'm just doing it using the side instead of pushing it down flatly from the front. And I am combining it with the silver just to give it actually some more durability and to make it a little bit easier to see since it's white on a clear surface. If you need to go over your design to make it more opaque, feel free to do so. And just keep in mind, the more opaque your design is on glass, the more durable it will be. Alright, let's just do this. Again, it's just going to be very easy. My designs are meant to be easy, especially right now when everybody's kind of tense and frustrated. It's a great time for you to get into doing something to keep your mind occupied. Just, you know, it really is just a great time too, and I'm trying to encourage people to do that just to help them get through this time. Seriously. I know it's rough. I do. I'm feeling it, and I don't even get out of my house much, and it's driving me crazy. That's what's so funny about it. It's like, gosh, why is it bothering me so much? I'm home most of the time anyways. But it really is. And I can't imagine people that are used to getting up and going to work every day, because I'm definitely not used to that. I mean, I get up and babysit my grandbabies, but throughout this whole ordeal I haven't even had all of them. I guess it's a good break for Grandma, but who knows. Alright, then I'm going to take my other filbert, a little bit smaller one. On this one, I'm going to be loading it with the white. And I just tip each one in, and I'm doing some stroking here. And these are going to be just for some other little filler flowers that I'm just going to stroke. I got a little tail there. Stroke up in here. And this will add a little bit of color to the design. So it's not just all white. And then you can, on this type of a design, you can just kind of pull it down in the front here a little bit. If you feel like it needs to have some more color, you know, you're just layering it. You know, feel comfortable in doing whatever makes the design work for you. Now, like I said, on this one I am going to pull in a few because I want to give it some color. You can stroke in between, loading your brush again, or you can just keep painting. Doesn't matter. And I'm just doing this kind of freely, not really, just kind of touching. You know, it's more of a loose type painting anyways. Very loose. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to share them down below. I mean, I do appreciate that. I'm open to constructive criticism, always working on how I do my videos because I know I still need a lot of work on that. I definitely know that. And with being left-handed, sometimes it makes it difficult to be able to see my designs. I am working on how I video, so again, bear with me. I'm a work in progress, that's all I can say, work in progress. Alright, then my other work in progress is trying to avoid touching one side to the other to get the paint. I don't want the paint to touch so it messes up my design. But I'm very good at touching it and messing up my design, unfortunately. That's one thing I can say I'm very successful at. Alright, let's keep moving here. Got quite a few blooms on here. And when I say that, I'm just referring to the floral part, even if they aren't completely open or whatnot. Alright, so then the next thing I'm going to do is take the liner brush, dip it into the Thicket green. I'm going to start off with that, and I'm just going to pull my blooms, and I am going to make it like there's stems coming down, because basically that's what it would be if I were, you know, painting this on a canvas or paper or whatnot. I would have my little stems. And pull these over, do the same thing. But I have to make sure that I am going back over these again because they're very thin. And again, knowing that I need them to be more opaque, I cannot just leave them like this, too thin. Now it is a candle holder or a flower vase, however you want to use it, candy, candle, it's really up to you. So the amount of use it gets may not make as much difference, but I just want to state that because I know, you know, I do like to try to make it as durable as possible, and that helps. And I just pulled some white into this one, so I don't really want that too much. And I hope I did not. I think I'm good on this as far as how I put this on the front of the vase. A little crazy there. And I'll just put some down here. And you can put white in it too, because white definitely helps with the opaqueness. And your little lines coming down here, they don't all have to be the same, because if you were to put a bouquet together, they're not necessarily all the same length. You can cut them to make them the same length if you're actually doing a real bouquet. And you can do this too with your flat brush. You don't have to use the liner brush for this. So then I'm going to come in here, I don't even know if I said this, a number 10 flat brush, and I am going to work on attaching these to the stem. So my general thing is to do pole. Hoping I'm not messing that up, but anyhow, to do where I touch and pull down from the flower. That one didn't do so well. It's very different when you're trying to do it on glass. I'm telling you that right now. It just is. And to practice on wax paper is a prime surface to practice on. It's affordable if you can find it. You know, right now you may not be able to find it, but if you can find it, it's definitely affordable, and it has a slippery surface which simulates as close as possible as being glass, because glass is definitely a different beast when you're painting with it or on it. And I'm just touching them, and pulling. You can use a smaller flat brush too if you want. That would make it easier to do this part. But it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, you have some options here. You can do the liner brush, you can do the flat brush, the Filbert brush. If you have control of that, you can do that too. And we'll just keep going here. I'm sorry I'm doing so many daisy designs, but I just thought, you know, why not do a series on daisies? I think they're a pretty flower, and just happened to come across a lot of different designs that I thought were nice. I have a lot of flowers on here, so it's like taking me a little bit of time to connect all of them. And I'm going to be painting leaves, so I'm not too concerned with some of the branches because leaves will be coming over them. And that'll pull it in. Alright, so what I'm going to do next before I start the flower, or not the flowers, but the leaves, is go ahead and start tapping in my center. And I'm going to do that on a few here. Just start with the basic color, give it a chance to dry. And in this series, all my centers are pretty much the same. Same colors, same technique. Just keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. And I think the way I did these, I originally on my sample had little centers tapped in, but I'm not sure that I really left a whole lot to see. But I'm going to go ahead and do it. Give it a, because I like the way just a little bit of yellow showing. I'm not going to do all the colors on these like I did on the other ones, just for the mere fact, and I could go back over them. Yeah, maybe so. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the leaves, and I'm kind of talking to myself. Sorry about that, whatever helps get you through the day, right? Okay, so on this right now, what I'm going to do is just start doing a wiggly leaf. Now you can do this and come back down this way. I'm just doing a lot of wiggling. Now if I feel like it's not enough, then I'm going to go like this and pull it through. You can do the leaves where you do this kind of a leaf. You lay it down and you just go like that. Then you can do your two different colors if you want, and then come back over here and you're just basically going over it again and ending up like that. I'm trying to keep my brush clean off as much as possible because it does give it a cleaner look. Whoops, I tipped that the wrong way. Alright, then we're going to go over here, and I might do, maybe even do a different style, because I can go like this, kind of swing it around, and then I want to give it some more paint, because when you come back down it could actually pull some of it up. So there you go. Well, just a variety, gives it a little bit different look. Just lightly pulling a stem. But the thing of it is with glass, when you come back down, you can do a lot of neat things on paper that aren't so great on glass, because it pulls the paint right back up as you're wiggling and pulling it. But it's okay. You know, you have to find your workarounds. You know what I mean? And I'm just kind of doing this so I can make sure I don't pick up, and I don't want to mess it up, obviously. That's not my goal. My goal is not to mess it up. I try really hard, but sometimes I do. And I'm not going to stop the video unless it's really, really bad. Now, anytime you're doing this, if you want to give it some drying time, and then okay, so what I did, because like I said, you have to learn how to fix something, and sometimes it just takes a little concentration. But I went ahead and I painted that, went ahead and finished painting that leaf, and then I'm just going back in over the top of this and making it look as though that particular leaf was behind this. This was just kind of on top. So that way it fixes it, it's still fine, and you just go about your day. Like I said, sometimes stuff like that happens and you just have to learn how to fix it. And sometimes hitting it with some heat and then continuing on with it is the best way to go. So like on these now, if you want, let me see here, because I also have this paint sitting out a little bit, but you can just go like this, come back up to it. I don't know why this is not working so well. and then just come back. And do that again, and then just come back. And this is where I show you that it sometimes will raise the paint up when you try to do fancy turns. So then you just paint over it a little bit just to fix it. Not a biggie. Not a big deal. And then you can come over here and do the same thing, go in this direction. Oh, what? Let's see here and go like this. And then if you want to have it come back, swing it back, or you can do the thing where you just go like this and come back. Or you can come down it if you want to make it look like, oops, sorry, make it look like you get one of these kind of brushes, or not brushes, but leaves. That's fine too. Like I said, and if you get to the point where you feel like you're having way too much paint on your brush, you know, go ahead and wipe it off. I try not to use water while I'm painting because that can compromise the paint, but just having a dry towel, whether it's a towel or if it's a paper towel, doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Doesn't matter. No, this one I'm just going to do a regular wiggly leaf. Nothing special. I'm just kind of tapping it at this point. And again, just to try to keep it from pulling the paint up. Like that. You gotta judge it. Yeah, sometimes this stuff sometimes it flows so nicely and you don't have any issues, and then sometimes it's like, what in the world? And tonight it's more like, what in the world when I'm trying to paint this? I'm sure there's an explanation for it, but who knows? Okay, let's go like this. I'm just going to pull this up. Do it again. And then I can come out here and do this again if I want. These are just going to be really smooth. Just really smooth leaves. You can put more in if you want, or just leave it be if you want to do fillers. Now you can do just like so the regular one stroke little kind of push and pull leaves. And I'm just going to put that little stem in there. Let me see, it's kind of hard for me to see, kind of glary. Alright, I don't like that too much, but okay, you get the gist, right? Hopefully. Alright, so I got those in, and if I want to put more in, I can. I can just leave it in the center here. I'm not going to try to even attempt that right now because of the way the paint's flowing tonight. Alright, so to continue on with the center, I am going to add the cinnamon to the bottom. And then just try to tap it in a little bit here. Just remember too, when you're doing a center, there are different ways to do it. You don't have to use this type of a brush. I've got the Deerfoot Stippler. You don't have to use that. You can use a scruffy brush. You can even tap, I'm not going to do the little ones. You can even tap it in with like your liner brush or whatnot, because that's pretty simple too. Alright, we're almost finished. Now these other ones, these little ones that I did, I'm trying to think here, do I have a clean brush? I'm going to attempt just to come back in over here and pull a leaf in here, or a petal, I mean a flower petal, not a leaf. Just to show the center a little bit, but not a lot. And then do the same over here, because I think I have it a little bit further down than what I did on the other one. But see, you can paint over these, even if it's not completely dry. Kind of make it blend in a little bit better. Alright, so I'm going to stop for tonight. This is it. I hope you like that. Sorry about the bloopers. If you like this video, once again, make sure you hit the, give me a big thumbs up. Lose my train of thought, sorry. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, and if you finish watching this video, make sure that you share this on your social network with all your family and friends. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much. Until the next time, thank you for stopping by, and have a good one.